a difficult experience to go from that game a couple days ago to what you just had out there. What did it take to turn things around and have the day like you did today?
God, I don't know. Did a lot of praying. The game against Iowa, we wasn't ourselves. Y'all probably seen it. Wasn't talking defensively. Offense was bad. It was just a bad game in general. We came together, being honest with each other, saying that's just not us. We watched the film. We didn't watch it like we didn't even look at it because that just wasn't us. So, but how we played today, we just stood together and playing Purdue for a little minute. So understanding what we need to do to win, and we executed today.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But like what Bruce said, that wasn't us. Came back, had individual meetings, just, knowing what was at stake this next game. Came out, played our heart out. We had guys that were, battling, some injuries, but they came out, showed their toughness, and came through.
When did you know that this was going to be you guys? If that wasn't you against Iowa, when did you know today that you were going to be yourselves?
People mess up. Everybody don't have their best day every day, but you just gotta keep fighting each and every day. We just hit a wall against Iowa, and that's just life. We hit adversity, but one thing about this team, we just know how to respond throughout the games, possessions. We just know how to fight. That's the one thing about this team this year. We're gonna fight, regardless of the situation, regardless of player out, player missing, sick. Doesn't matter the situation. He's going to keep fighting each and every day, so that's why I really love the team and have so much belief.
Yeah. Bruce, what do you feel like today allowed you guys to just answer their runs in the second half? You got it up to 14, they'd cut it to 8, they'd cut it to 7, and you guys just found ways to answer and never let it turn into something that got it real tight. What's behind that for you guys right now, this part of the season, being able to answer that?
I feel like just holding people accountable at a high level, understand what we need to win. When we didn't turn the ball over, when we got paint touches, I feel like we got wide open shots each and every time. And I feel like we executed better on a high level. So Purdue's a great team, very systematic team. And they got a lot of great sets and great players on their team. But I feel like today we just fought. We fought each possession, and we won every 50-50 ball. So like them little small details matters, and it showed.
John, to that same point, mentally, what's the approach? How are you guys doing that? What do you do in those situations when you say, man, it's down to 8, we got to answer? How do you attack that?
We've been in that situation a lot of times this year. So just knowing, you learn, you live and you learn. So just knowing, what the mentality is, just letting our guys know, like, keep the foot on the gas, do not let up, don't get comfortable. You got to keep going. I know it's 3 minutes left and we up 12, but, just keeping that foot on the gas, making the right plays.
First half, you guys were able to shut down the 2-point Purdue offense. Second half, you held them. I think they missed their first 9 threes. What was clicking defensively, and what kind of effort did you guys see out there on that side of the ball?
I understand that they won't catch and shoot threes, and they weren't really deep post-ups for Kaufman and Clough. So us understanding we need to fight over ball screen because they're very efficient, and they pick and roll. So that was a big emphasis for us. And I feel like we executed well throughout the game. Even though they still a great team, they're gonna get looks, but you just have to minimize going wide open looks at the rim and stuff.
John, the 3 was falling pretty early. Just what did it feel like when you were seeing those shots go in?
Oh, it felt good. I missed my first 2, but wish I could get those. Those felt good. But it felt good. Shout out to my teammates for finding me. Get into the paint, kickouts, that's what we work on every day. So really just shout out to my teammates for finding the open guy.
You guys, I know you say every game's a big game. The next game is the next biggest game, but does this feel bigger to you? Does this win feel bigger to you than maybe some previous ones?
I don't think so. It's just how the Big Ten is. Like, anybody can be beat. Doesn't matter the circumstances, what day it is, but how we prepared, it just showed out today. I feel like we prepared well. While film communicated at a high level, different coverages. So I feel like when you prepare well, when the opportunity meet each other, I feel like we showed up today.
Just with the hand, did it take you any amount of time to adjust to be able to shoot with the fingers taped? Was there any period of time where you had to kind of adjust to be able to keep shooting well?
Yeah, definitely. Not used to having two fingers together, on my shooting hand. Obviously you want to have your four fingers spread out. But, just a lot of time in the gym, with my dad, just knowing the right mechanics to, be able to shoot with, buddy tape. So, yeah.
Okay, I just want to get your guys' the emotions of celebrating with the students, with the fans on the court after the game with the court storm. What was that experience like?
It was a great experience. Buckeye Nation always been good to me. They always show out each and every night, and their energy and what they brought today was very was needed tonight. So very thankful, very blessed to have a crowd that just cares so much about Ohio State basketball, and it was fun.
I mean, that was great. It's Mr. Nonchalant over here. That was great. That was our first ever court storm. I used to watch it on TV all the time. But, I mean, it was a crazy experience. I'm not going to lie.
Fellas, thank you, Coach Pedro.